In this video, we are going to make unique looking cards from paper pads. Welcome back, beautiful beings. Do you have a bunch of paper pads? If you're like me and you've collected all those little pads from Dollar General and from Dollar Tree or any other place and you're looking for things to do with them, I'm going to give you an idea. And I made a journal for my granddaughter's 6th birthday, Raelynn, and I put some in this journal that I'm going to share with you before I give it to Raelynn, and also show you what I did with the papers from the pads. Hey, beautiful beings. Start out with LiQWYD Matte. All you need is a real thin coat and a paintbrush. I also did some with glue sticks. And then you figure out what papers you want to use. You can use any paper you want. Okay? Even tea colored paper, coffee dyed paper. Those eggs from, this is pink. Put it down so you see it better. This is egg color.
The dye color, beautiful beings, you get in the Easter egg coloring kits.
Drop it in water with a little vinegar, then pour it over your papers or dip your papers in it, okay? And then you can also just use regular cardstock, okay? Here's another egg colored one, it's green, okay? This one's blue. You can even use an envelope. Let's see what that one is. This one is this one. I just cut it in half so it fit because the two of them together would not. Okay, so I'm going to glue all these on all different kinds of paper. I even got graph ruled paper. Glue it on this paper. And tea dyed paper. That's what this is. Or you can use one that's not even colored. I also use some construction paper. When I get all these glued down, I'll be back. Okay, beautiful beings, we're going to start out with this one. This one is Don't Forget. It's about baking for any occasion. And I believe this is from Dollar General. Okay. It's got the magnetic on the back. And most of them I did use all three different corner punches, okay, with this, okay. This one is on construction paper. And then you can leave an edge if you want. And then this one is on graph ruled paper, okay, and you can see the lines in there through it, but that doesn't bother me, so if that bothers you, okay. And then I have this one. And this one, I believe, is also from Dollar General. And it's, again, magnetic. Okay. And I put some on yellow paper. I did all of them on yellow paper. But as you can see, I did a large quarter punch, and then I did a medium quarter punch. And then this one, I left square so you can see the difference, okay? And there's the paper. Great for party, any party. Then I got these. I cut in half. Not all of them though. Those are all cut in half. Here's what they look like rounded together and then just left square, so you can decide which way you like. This one I did on colored paper. This one I did on the rolled graphic paper. Okay, and again you can see the rolled graph paper through it. And it says now, later. Okay. And here's the round one. If you don't like the look of those, here's some with regular paper that wasn't colored, and then construction paper. Okay, just giving you a bunch of different examples. And here's the ones I cut in half to put in thinner pockets. Okay, and I'll give you a close-up of this so you can see. Okay, but on the blue, I think it made it pop more. It's darker. Here, let me get this one. it's a little darker, and I think it makes it pop more. I was just experimenting with different paper. This book, fresh picked, and I think this is also from, no, this is from Dollar Tree. And these are old, so some of them are old. They might still have them at your Dollar Tree, or they might not, okay? And I do wish the strawberries were red, but they're not. So I just put it down on red paper, okay? And I will end up circling one of these, but I wanted to show you can leave a bottom thing if you wanted to and put something there. Washi tape or something, or just cut it off. Okay. Give you a close-up of the strawberries. And again, this is construction paper. And I was having a problem, so I started, see the wrinkles? Some of them are really, really bad with Mod Podge. But what I found is if I started in the middle and then went like this, it works better. And it works better on construction paper, even though there's a wrinkle. There's no wrinkles on this one, okay? This one, I think I forgot to do the middle first. So you can decide if you like this idea or not. Then this one is from Dollar Tree. This weekend. This one's rounded. It has Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday on it. Okay. And I did a bunch of these, and see how wrinkled they are. They're on all different colors, paper and tea colored paper and regular paper. That one's not so bad. That's why I was going back between a glue stick and Mod Podge, but the wrinkles don't bother me. If they bother you, I won't use Mod Podge. But you still got to be careful with the glue stick, because it still might wrinkle if you don't get it right. Okay, square look, round look. Okay, and then I have this one. I did a bunch of these differently. These are from Dollar General. Okay, get well checklist, or get it done in a checklist. And I just left that for now. On construction paper, I left the edges. I'll probably cut that down more. I might have forgot to do that. And here's one I rounded, and I put it on purple. And then one on pink, I left square. So you see the difference. I cut this one off. I made it shorter to fit in one of my journals. You can also do that also. And here's one I put on orange construction paper. Okay. Then I have these ones. These are from Dollar Tree before they went to $1.50. Oh, happy day. And I have two rounded ones. That's what they look like, square. It's probably a glare. Let me raise that up so you can see it without the glare. Okay, and I just put that on graph rolled paper again, and you can see through it. You can see the graph rolled paper, but that does not bother me. And then I did this one on graph rolled paper also. Okay, then I have this one, and I got this one at Goodwill. Okay, I paid 99 cents for it. I don't know what the original price was, but they're called Post-its. And I made a whole bunch of these. Tea colored paper, yellow cardstock, purple construction paper, is a hint of pink colored paper, and the same with that one, and then same with that one. But that's what it looks like square, and that's what it looks like round. They give the journal like a different look and unique papers for tucking in the pockets. Okay, this one's to do, and I don't know where this one's from. It might be Walmart, or it might be Dollar Tree or Dollar General, or it might be Family Dollar. I'm not sure if they sell these at Family Dollar, but there's that. And this is on graph rolled paper again. And this has all the days of the week on it. Okay. And I got this one. As you can see, there's a hole in the middle of it. And this is what it looks like on the inside. I was hoping it was colored daisies with the white and the yellow, but it wasn't. So I just put some reinforcements, homemade reinforcements on there, and then I put some fabric on there, okay? And I did on purple cardstock and just left it square, okay? And this one, I don't have the thing for it, so it's either, again, Dollar General or Dollar Tree. This week, weekly meal planner, and of course you can cover that up if you want, which I'll probably do. The bottom, I'll just this week weekly, and then I'll put a sticker there, planner. I'll show you how I do that with something else. Okay, here all the ones I did, different color paper. This is green, hopefully it's picking that up. And then I have tea-dyed ruled paper, and then yellow cardstock. But I'll get one that's round to show you the difference. The round look, I think it makes it look softer with the round look. And then sometimes I do want square, so that's why I left some square. Okay. And then I have these ones. Different construction paper colors. And then just regular pink paper. And this is from Dollar General also. And it's just get it done with a checklist. So here's one that's round and one that's square. Here, let's do one I didn't, that I cut around so you can see the difference. This one is from Jot. Love This Life. To do. And you can cut these individually if you want to tuck in a pocket. Whatever you want to do. I'll give you a close-up. I rounded the edges. I cut it up. Okay. Show this so you can see what I mean. I cut that off. And it's on blue paper. It made the colors really pop. And then these two I just left together to make notebooks. Or you can cut them apart and use them in a small pocket. Or you can make, of course, a little notebook. Okay, here's another one. It's big. Okay, this is from Jot, Dollar Tree. Okay, and this one I cut. Okay, I just cut it right down in between those two. Right, and this one I rounded, and this one I left square with a little border on it. Okay, then I have one more big one. And this is from Dollar Tree also. Plan Your Best Life. Okay. And I cut it. It was like this. And I cut it, and I'll just put them in the same pocket. Okay, so they know they go together. Work life, home life. Okay, now I have this one, notepad. And this is from Dollar Tree and Tell by Chesapeake. Okay. And I glued them all on purple. And I did not round one. Oh yeah, I did. And this one is going to be a flip open somewhere, someday, in one of my journals. So I'll just give you, in this one I left a little shadow of the paper left on the borders. Don't be afraid, just believe. Chapter 5, verse 36. Rounded, squared. And I did a lot, beautiful beings. And I don't know where this is from because the thing's gone. Change is beautiful. And I did different papers. All kinds of different. I did a lot of these because I thought it was so pretty. So here's all the backs for all the different papers. Okay. Then I'll give you, and see how wrinkly that is. It's really bad. With a Mod Podge. But Here's this. Well, this one I did circle, just a little tiny. I did the smallest circle on my corner puncher. So this one has different looks. Then I did the big one and the medium one. So there's those looks. I did big, medium, small. And you can put the wrinkled ones in it like square. A vintage journal. Just give it a pop of color also. Close up. Hopefully the camera catches the colors. But it's very colorful. It's from Dollar Tree. And this is what it looks like on the inside. I didn't open it in the store, of course. And it says shopping list, but you can cover that up with washi tape or another word. And there's no lemons. I was hoping it had lemons, and it did not, beautiful beings. But yeah, this one's from Dollar Tree. Okay. And it says shopping list. Okay. And I did it on green. So the round look. And the square look. Again, it's not marked. Girl Positive Thoughts. With a planner. With a little planter, with a little plant, a pot with a plant. And I just did one of these. Okay. We're almost done, beautiful beings. Shopping list again. I'm not sure where this is from. It might be from Dollar Tree. I'm not sure. And I just put it on purple because this one was already tore. So I'm like, I might as well just tear the top of the purple I glued it on. Okay, and it has a pear and orange. And I think that's peach. I'm not sure what those leaves are from. This one. Those leaves. I don't know if they're peach leaves or what. Okay. Might even be avocado. And I just glued it on purple construction paper. And I have this one, You Matter. And this one is from Dollar Tree. Okay. Another magnet one. And here's all the papers. I glued them on, all kinds of different colors. Because it had lots of different colors. I did 2 orange, construction paper, and regular paper. Okay. And I'll give you a close-up before I give you a comparison. But see all the colors in there? That's why I didn't even round any of these for you. And this one's really bad wrinkled. That's with Mod Podge. Okay. Okay, now I got this one from Dollar Tree. I love this one because it's got strawberries, of course. It just says notes. And it has lines. And I did them both on red, of course. And here's rounded corners and not square corners. I'll give you a close-up just in case the glare was interfering. But I love this one. Okay, beautiful beings, I got interrupted and then thought I was still recording when I turned it back on, but I never turned it off. Okay, this is Stay Groovy, and there's no package on here, so either Dollar General or Dollar Tree. And here's 2, one with the sides on and one without. Okay, and then I left the bottom in case I wanted to add something groovy to it for my groovy journal. Rounded and squared look. Okay. Then I have these. Both the same. They're both from Dollar General. And they're attached. I cut them both in half. Okay. It's this one. Just pink paper. Some of the edge I left. I don't know why. Now that I look at it. And some I cut off. I didn't round any of them yet. And then here's this one. It just says notes. And then you see on these, they say 2025. Okay, January 2025. So I took some washi tape because I have this, and I just ripped off each picture individually. and then added some chunky glitter from Recollections and another sticker, and did that and covered up 2025. So if you still have these, there's an idea for you. Okay, and this one I did the edges. This one's round. Got different looks here, round, square, and just cutting off the corners. But there's all those. And here's these ones. One round, one square. And those are the stickers I put there. After I put the 2 stickers down, I thought it needed something else, so I put the chunky glitter around it to make it just blend in good together. All right, now I'm going to show you raelynns' journal. Okay, beautiful beings. Here's raelynns' little journal. She's turning 6. Okay, and I'm going to show her how to use it, and I gave her lots of notebooks in here so she has something to write on, and I gave her a couple cards for writing on, and this one is sewed together. Okay, then I put the ribbon, I glued the ribbon down, and then I just put some fabric down the middle, and then I wrapped it around the front and the back. Okay, let me give you a close-up. I just put washi tape there, and it said I love you, and then use some bling and some chunky glitter and some sequins. Okay, I made a pocket, and then I put this notebook in here. Okay, and I figured I'm going to leave a lot of it blank, so if she wants to add stickers or draw her own touch, she can add it. Okay, and then I went around that with different colors of the marker, and it says all you need is love, and this is from Dollar Tree, and they were $1.75, but you get 10 of them, beautiful beings. So I grabbed them. I grabbed them because I just happened to be doing these journals at the time when I went in there. And then there's a belly band pocket here, and it goes all the way across on that piece of paper. Okay, and I have these, but I can't find them. I looked all over for them. I'm believing I got these at Dollar Tree. Okay, this one I had to cut down. On the bottom it says, it was the other one. I can't find them, beautiful beings. I had two. I don't even know where the other one went. I might have stuck it in here. Hopefully I did and I can show you. But down here it says something, so I covered it up with washi tape, and then I just added a flower, folded it over, and glued it on both sides. But these are cards you can get at Dollar Tree, and I think they're like the same thing as these. They're lunch notes, but these are lunch cards, and you just throw them in your child's lunch bag once in a while, and you know, give them a happy saying on it to encourage them at school. Okay, so that goes here, and then this is just a circle, and I sewed it in. There's a little bit of sewing everywhere. You know the other ones I did with the hinges? I like doing it, but I like doing it this way because before I sew them together, I can sew in where I want. Like on the hinge ones, I couldn't. I suppose I'm going to try one doing the hinges after. Like this one, I just sewed it together. But on the other one, if I do another one, I'm going to do it with the hinges. But I'm going to put the hinges on after I decide where I'm going to want my pockets. And keep in mind that the hinge is going to be glued here. Okay? If that makes any sense. Okay? But I didn't fill all the pockets because I want her to add her own. She can make her own stuff. She loves to craft. Okay? So I'm just going to let her make stuff, and she can add more stuff to the pockets. So I didn't stuff them all full. Okay? Totally full. But anyway, these come in a box. I got off subject. They come in a box. And I think there's like 20 of them. There's a lot in the box. Okay? Okay, beautiful beings. I took a piece of vellum
And then I took a piece of cardstock, okay, and I cut the cardstock down the same size as the vellum and corner punched the edges. And then I glued it down here and on the side so I could have a tuck in there and then a tuck behind it, okay? And then I sewed it in the book.
And this is also from, I think it's from Dollar Tree. I'm pretty sure it is. Yep, it's just a peek. This is from Dollar Tree. I just glued it on a pink piece of paper and went around it, cut around it, okay? And that goes in here. And I did make a little indent right there with my envelope puncher, okay? So that's 2 pockets. And then I made this and I put buttons on hers. And then I made some fall ones. I seen fall paper sitting there. I left on a dining room table, so I just made fall papers to get, oh, it goes off. I made some of these with fall papers just to get them off the dining room table. And I did sew them in, okay? And I just left that, I didn't cover it with anything. Same here. And I made a little circle notebook for her. More notebooks, the better, I think. So that way, if she gets the urge to write, she'll write in these instead of scribbling all over everything. But we'll see. And if she takes care of this and really loves it, I will make her another one. And this is just a piece of paper I threw in there to make it a little thicker, so it would close better because it was sliding and it seemed to work because the circle notebook was sliding around. Okay, and I glued that right in there. There's no pocket behind or nothing. I just glued it right in. And then this was one of the papers that had the hole in the middle, so I just put homemade reinforcements on both sides, and I put some fabric in there to make it look like a tag and have it stick up. And then here I just threw that in there. It's another pocket, and these are from this 50 cents. These are from Walmart, okay? They're sticky notes, okay? And they're on the clearance for 50 cents, so I got them. Okay, and then here we have another little pocket, and I just put a little butterfly up there again because she might want to put stickers or whatever there. And then this is from this, the lunch notes. I'll show you real quick. They come in all these pictures. Make sure you can see. Okay, all those little cards come in there, and they come with envelopes. Okay, and that's where I got this, and all I did was sew in paper, and it says, "Let your dreams be your wings." Okay, and then I put stickers through it and used scrap paper, and I even used that piece inside the envelope. Okay, and she's writing this also. Okay, I don't know if you can see that sticker, it's quite small. So that goes in there. Then I put a little, I made this and I screwed this up, but this is raelynns, and I'm sure she's gonna love it. Because seeing this was, I already had this pocket here, okay? So I very nonchalant poked a hole there, okay? So I could put an eyelet in there. And that's the only place I could put it because I couldn't put it here because, that, again, this pocket was already here, so it's way up here. This one's yarn tie. I made another one in the other one, and I didn't screw that one up. Okay, you open this up. I better stand up. You open this up, and I stenciled the unicorn, and I put a butterfly sticker there to cover up the back of that one. Okay, and it says, "Stay magical." Okay, and then I did a flip out. I thought she would think that was so great and wonderful. And I put a little notebook in here, just a bunch of scrap papers. I put stickers in here in places also, and used a piece of scrap of the cardstock. Okay,
an upper corner punch up there with a unicorn sticker. It says love. Or let me show you. I put a little tuck there, and then a little tuck here. I used a smiley face for a circle tuck, and then there's a side tuck over here. Okay, that way she can add whatever she wants in here. And then it flips over to the other side, and then there's a corner tuck and a tuck here. And I found these stickers while I was looking for something else, and then I made the cat hold a one and put a heart there, but I thought they went with it because the cat had a unicorn horn up there. Unicorn. And then that's a belly band. And then if she wants, she could tuck something in here. I think I did. I could put something in there, but she could put it in this way, or she could put it in this way. I made it so it wasn't glued down, so she could just tuck something in there, or she could tuck in something over there. But I thought that was cute because it sticks out like that. Okay. And then I put washi tape up here also. Okay. And then over here, I had stickers that were like donuts, and I put an R for Raelynn and a 6 for a 6th birthday, and some balloons. I drew with a string on that heart, and then it says happy 6th birthday Raelynn, and then I did a stencil with a balloon there, and that's a pocket. And this is off of this. Okay, another one, and this one's from Dollar Tree. This is off. This piece is off the bottom here. Okay, and I forgot to mention, after you glue them, set them somewhere where they will dry, but put something heavy on top of them so they don't curl up, or they will curl up these things. I forgot to mention that. And then I put washi tape here, and it says best day ever, celebrate today. Okay, and then you've seen in the other ones, unicorn journals we glued this down on, this one's glued down on both sides for a pocket. Okay, and then I put this in here, and then I put fabric on the other side so she could pull that so it didn't rip. And it is kind of flimsy. I probably should have glued something onto it, but I didn't, so it is what it is. So in the future I'm going to, but I got these from Joann's for 97 cents, and they're from Park Lane. Okay. I just stuck that right there and made sure it didn't go past that, so it stuck out nicely. Okay. Then over here, I just did a side belly band. Okay, and I used my envelope puncher, and I put these in the pockets, and I glued them down some graphic paper. And those are from this, and I think I got these at Dollar Tree. Okay, pretty sure I got them from Dollar Tree. If I didn't, I don't know where I got them from. I might have got them from Joann's, but it doesn't say. But I'm pretty sure I got them from Dollar Tree, but I'm not sure. Beautiful things. It's been a while. I want to give you a close-up.
Sorry, beautiful beings. I've been interrupted like 4 times during this making of this video. So when you hear me say, I'm sure, I'm not sure, just ignore that.
And put these back in here. I'm going to flip this over, and I showed you these. I put one in here, and hers says, you are beautiful. Okay, just covered up the ear. In a corner pocket. Whoop, up corner pocket. Hard to get in there because it's really close till it sits in there for a while. There we go. And then cupcake like we put in the other ones. And then I just put a little card in there. Just leaving lots of room so she can make stuff and put her own touch in here. Okay. Put this over, and I have this
behind the belly band I made.
And here I added the unicorn scatter a little differently than I did in the other unicorn journals.
I made these more like a collage, but in hers I just put have a magical day and a rainbow and the unicorn, and then put it around the edges, the different glitter and sequins and chunky glitter. Okay, and then a big gem. And then I found this sticker. It reminded me of her, a little older, because she's got auburn hair. So I just put it down and put a frame around it, and I thought it looked cute. It just reminded me of her, beautiful beings. And then this one, I'm going to show you. These are from Dollar Tree. They're in Teacher Square. Okay, I just thought they'd be fun for her because she can write on the back of them, and then they have the smiley faces, but they come bigger. Okay, this one's smaller. It had writing here, so I cut it off. So you can either cut it off, or you can cover it with some washi tape like I did with that one. Okay, this one is hers. And then she has lots of writing space on the back. And I had to cut it down anyway because it wouldn't fit in its belly band. Okay. And then I just have this little tag I put in there for it, and put some decorative ribbon on there. Trim, whatever you want to call it. And that's another belly band. And then the back, we have our snack boxes that we made. And I made hers like this. I just put heart, star, heart, and then put little bling and stars on there. Well, mostly stars. All the bling's right there, the chunky glitter. Okay. And this is from this. Okay. And I just put, again, some decorative trim on there. Graph paper, roll graphic rule paper. Okay, let's do this now, later. Okay, and put it in his pocket. And there you go, beautiful beings. It just gives you a different variety and unique because you glue your own thing on the back of little list pads or planner ones to be included, even if it's not a planner one, but it gives you a spot for something, a plan thing, a get it done. It just gives you a variety of different things for different kinds of journals, beautiful beings. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Oh, and you even get notebooks. You can make little notebooks too, and just use them in your journal. Okay, and then you can even write affirmations or a poem, whatever you want, on anything you want. Okay, beautiful beings. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful everything.